Hello Libra, Elsie here to do your reading. It is for the week ahead, my friends. How are you? Welcome to the weekend. If you are viewing this today, this reading is for the week ahead always, so whether you get it today, tomorrow, or next year. But if you are viewing this today, this is for the last day of September and the first week of October. Thanks for clicking here. I do appreciate you, and so does the algorithm. So if you could offer a thumbs up or be in the comments, that would be great, or both. All right, let's find out what's going on for Libra. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me what's going on for Libra. We're doing Kipper and the Lenormand. We're going to throw some tarot at it. Find out what's going on in the week ahead for you, Libra. What is going on for Libra? Wow, cards are flying. Okay, I'm not going to go dive for those. We're just going to go. We're just going to go with it. There we go. We got three. We'll take it. We'll take it. We've got the family room. We've got concerns. And we do have courtship. We have on the bottom of the deck, though. We do have the privileged lady. All right. Tell me more about Libra. What else do we need to know about Libra, please? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Libra. All right. So we do have, take these two, put these back. All right. Very interesting. Libra, I feel that there is something going on in your family home. I want to say we do have the family room, and then we have the mice. Now the mice are about pestilence, disease. It's like something's eating at you. Something is not going well. You feel very defensive about whatever it is that's going on in the family home or this family room. It could be a conversation between people. We got card 21 and 23. So this is a 5, this is lack, and this is card number 3. This is past, present, and future. It feels like there's been hardship or turmoil in the family, I'm going to say. And it feels like somebody here is about to make some sort of a decision with the roll of the dice. So it's not necessarily going to be a decision that is something that we look at as, yeah, we've got 3s, right? We've got 3, 3, and 3 here. So it does feel like it's like somebody needs to let go of control of the situation, and they're just going to roll the dice. And they're just going to go with the flow and let whatever happens will happen. And it feels like someone else is very concerned about that. It feels like somebody who has a great concern about the family room or the family home here. This person has their eyes closed and they're covering their mouth. It's like, I don't want to say it. I don't want to say what I'm thinking. It might be why we're leaving it to a roll of the dice here. We do have the, this is about friendship. We do have somebody who's very loyal, and we do have courtship. So it feels like somebody has a concern. There is somebody who is quite loyal that maybe you're in a courtship with, or in the week ahead, you might end up being in the courtship. I feel like if you already are in this courtship, so that means like dating somebody, I feel like if you are the feminine Libra, I feel like this person is way more into you than you're into them. If you're the masculine Libra, I feel like this person you realize is, a loyal friend. But I feel that if you're the masculine Libra, that you're not quite sure if this person is as into you as you are into them. And I'm just saying that because he's looking at her and she's like looking off into the distance. And remember, whenever we're looking at body types, right, we're not reading body types, we're reading masculine and feminine energies, and that can come in any body type. It feels like somebody's staying in some sort of a relationship or a courtship because it's the loyal thing to do. And I don't know if that's you or them. Take it as it resonates. It's like somebody's like, well, if this person likes me, maybe I'll try it. I'll roll the dice, but I have my concerns. That maybe this person is, I'm almost getting like hoarder energy from this. Like somebody who doesn't clean the home or somebody who's not really good at it. It's like there's mice everywhere. It almost feels like that might be a concern. But somebody's like, maybe I'll roll the dice. This person, I've known them for a long time. They're really loyal to me. And I do have feelings for them. We've got the 10 of Hearts in the bottom right-hand corner. But this makes it feel like a defensive energy. We've got the 7 of Wands in the bottom right-hand corner. It makes it feel like a defensive energy. In the future here, we have some sort of a letter that's coming from a privileged lady, possibly, or coming to the privileged lady. Yeah, it's being delivered. It's a letter that's being delivered. Well, isn't that interesting? Because it feels like this could be about like a home that's like, maybe there's a bunch of junk in the yard, or the inside of the house isn't good, or somebody's not taking care of themselves in the place where they live. There's a great concern. And yeah, we'll clarify just a little bit here, find out what else is going on. Tell me about Libra, please. There is I think that there is a great concern about someone who either can't take care of themselves, or they're not taking care of themselves well. Tell me about Libra. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Libra, please. What else do we need to know about Libra? It feels like there's going to be a notice delivered here. We've got the 4 of Cups. We've got the 7 of Wands, which is over here. And we've got the Queen of Wands. We've got the Knight of Pentacles. Got the 4 of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles. You've known this person for a really long time. It does almost feel like it is rejection. Like it feels like this person, the feminine here, is not, or the person who's in the woman's body is the person who's not really interested. The 4 of Cups can be rejection, can also be boredom. And it feels like we've been trying to do this for a really long time with each other, but it's not working. Somebody doesn't trust the other one. It's been a really long time, but I don't really trust the situation. I don't trust the opportunity or the offer. It does feel like, okay, it does feel like here, Libra, look, now take it as it resonates for you, right? Flip it as you need to. It's either about you or about them. So take it as it resonates. But we do have, I feel, 2 people who they've been in a courtship, which isn't quite dating, right? It's like we're getting to know each other, we're going out for coffee, we're walking with each other. It's like a courtship, right? It's not necessarily dating, but it's like we have an interest in each other. And it does feel like somebody does have a deep concern. And I feel like the deep concern comes from the family room being full of pestilence and toxicity, and because the mice are eating through things. So I'm taking it could be literally for some of you, that you're dating someone that you know doesn't take care of their home, or you show up to their home and it's a disaster. Maybe they're a hoarder. Like, take it as it resonates for you. For others of you, this could indicate that there's just, this person comes from a toxic family. They come from people who don't get along with each other, that there's pestilence and disease within the family home. In this family room here. And it's almost like somebody's like, well, do I take a chance or do I not? Do I accept this offer or do I reject it? Yeah, somebody here is like running from this offer because I'm not really sure that I trust what's going on here. It's this whole thing makes somebody feel very defensive. The 7 of Wands is here. It almost feels like with the 7 of Wands here, this particular depiction, you can see that people are pointing at this person with their own wands, or with their own, like this person has loaded up their bow. So it feels like these might be arrows, possibly. But it feels like somebody needs to either stand up for themselves, or they're very defensive about when people get into their business. They're very secretive about what goes on in their life. And they get very defensive when people ask, what is going on in your life? It feels like this is somebody who is either pursuing you as a long-term relationship, or you're pursuing them. There is an attraction here. There is 2 people who are really attracted to each other. And one of them is very independent and very forward-thinking. This person is a person who trusts in the universe, who knows their spirituality, and they're not scared of going on a path by themselves, doing things like, really gunning for whatever it is that they want. And I feel like if it's you that you're looking for someone who matches that energy, that's the person you're looking for, who you would like to be in a long-term relationship for, or with, I should say. And so I feel like we have two people here who are, like I said, that he's looking at her and she's got her eyes elsewhere, and this little cherub up here does not even have an arrow in the bow. The cherub is covering their face, like this match is not good. Like this is not a good match. It's a mismatch. So it does feel like somebody here has real concerns that our lives are very different. Somebody who is maybe kind of lazy, doesn't clean the house, doesn't, maybe they just let things go to seed, go to pod. Like it feels like that. And there is a concern here. Do I roll the dice or do I not? Because I feel like the other person, and you can pick who's what, but I feel like the other person is a privileged lady. So this is a female body, but feminine or masculine is in there. Take it as it resonates for you. This is somebody who's used to living in luxury, having nice things. Like it feels like somebody here needs to make a decision here. There is some sort of a letter that's coming, and this almost feels like a bailiff seizure, or somebody's getting some sort of is waiting on some sort of a letter. The rider is the one that brings in the letter. You can see she's got a letter in her hand, and then we have this letter here. So it almost feels like somebody is waiting to hear from the county or the community leader or something like that. Tell me what else is going. These are wild readings today for the air signs. I'm just going to say. Tell me more about this. Tell me about Libra, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. We've got the Sun. So something has come to light. That somebody here sees the situation for what it is right now. It's almost as if either you picked somebody and now you realized all this stuff that's going on, that this person is somebody that comes from a super toxic family, or that their home is a toxic wasteland. One of the two. We do have the Death card in the reverse. I'm unsure if I can change. I'm not really sure if I want to change. We do have the Two of Cups, but I do have feelings for this person. And we do have the Two of Swords in the reverse. A decision needs to be made. Well, isn't this a wild ride? This is very interesting. I wonder who this is going to resonate with, if anyone. So we have the Death card in the reverse. And to me, it's like someone does not want to change. I don't want to change. I'm in love with you, though, but please don't make me change. Like, it does feel like somebody is like stuck in their ways. They don't want to change. And they are somebody who I feel is not necessarily very honest. Tell me about the Seven of Swords. I feel like maybe what you don't know, Libra, is they're not willing to change. So if you're getting into some sort of courtship and you think, well, that person's just going to change. I'll change them into, don't ever do that. That's like a red flag. Red flag. Yes. Tell me about the Seven of Swords. Got the Wheel of Fortune. We've got the Three of Wands. And we've got the Four of Wands. So it does feel like there are two people here who are in some sort of a relationship. Yes, somebody thinks that they can change the other one. Just get them to make a different decision and everything will be fine. Libra, it's not going to work out the way you think it is. I feel like you're the one who's going to be charged with the decision about whether or not to carry forward with this situation. The sun is shining on all of this. It's shining on everything, really. So I feel like everything's clear. You can make a decision. The thing is I feel like you are a person who's gone through a lot of healing. A lot of growth, personally, professionally, spiritually. I feel like you're having some sort of a realization that if you roll the dice, this person is like, I feel like they are somebody who's super loyal to you, and they come from a place that you're not, like you don't come from toxicity. We've got the Ace of Wands, we've got the Nine of Wands, so we've got burdens that need to be dropped here before we can go on a new path. So that's what it feels like. We've got two people who have very different lifestyles. Somebody's privileged, somebody grew up in squalor, somebody is with a toxic family. It feels like that sort of energy. And it feels like we don't match in those ways. The Wheel of Fortune is here. I want to say that the Wheel of Fortune is here because it's divine timing for change. But somebody here is not willing to change. Actually, someone's quite defensive when the other person asks them to change. And they're like, why should I have to change? We're in love, Two of Cups. This is a long-term relationship. If it is a long-term relationship, you need to love me the way I am. But I don't think that you're willing to love them the way that you are because you grew up in a very different way. The Two of Swords is in the reverse. You need to make a decision. Tell me about the Seven of Wands. We have the Six of Wands, we have the Queen of Pentacles, and we have the Eight of Wands. It does feel like you grew up in a very stable environment and with somebody who taught you a lot of things about how to be stable, how to make money. It feels like you grew up in a very stable environment that was very rich with victories. Like it feels like you got a lot of attention, you had a lot of money, and you had stability in your life. And I feel like I'm talking about the privileged lady. So take it as it resonates for you. Either it's you or the other person. But we do have somebody here who's not willing to change. They're just like, I'm in love with you. If you're in love with me, then there shouldn't be a problem. But I think you have grave concerns that the lifestyles that you two lead are very, very different. Because if you're a privileged lady or somebody, the privileged lady to me is the Empress, by the way. So this isn't someone who's just grown up with a bunch of money. This is somebody who's really built themselves to here. This is somebody who's very steady and sturdy, and they look well, and they take good care of themselves. They have a beautiful home. And when you take somebody who's not willing to change, and they've grown up in some sort of a toxic situation or grown up in a hoarding situation, it feels like somebody here is saying, you can't make me change. You got to take me the way I am. And you're like, I don't know that we match. I don't know that we do. Why is this person unwilling to change? Because the Queen of Cups, the Fool, and the Magician, I think it's the way they were raised. Somebody's like, I will take a chance. Like, I do want to have a new beginning with you. And maybe if I had better tools, I could make this work. I feel like if you get into a relationship with this person, which I think that you're about to do, that it's not going to work. Like, I feel like you come from two really different worlds. What's the concern? The concern is the Page of Wands, that the other person has not matured because of trauma. And you might be right. You might be right for sure. I feel like you're going to have to talk about it. It's going to lead to a tower. It's not going to work. Wow, these readings are really weird today. It's very weird energy today. So what's the decision? The decision is you're leaving. I don't think you're going to do it. All this energy here is pointing to two people who have had very different lives, and one of them is the Empress. The other one is somebody who grew up in toxicity, whether it's in a toxic home or a toxic family, and somebody here is not willing to change because they're too immature to do so. Because when you grow up in trauma or toxicity like that, it does stunt your growth, like your mental growth, right? And so somebody here I feel is willing to take a leap of faith, because I feel like you are the person who is the Queen of Cups. Like, I feel like you're the person who is kind and loving and compassionate, but understand that if you get into this relationship and try and fix somebody, that you're going to be taking on everything. Everything. You'll be the mother of this person. You'll be the father of this person. You'll be the person who does all the cooking, all the cleaning, takes care of everything, because this person has never really learned how to do that. I don't know what this is about, but we do have a lot of heavy burdens here. I want to say that this person is quite resilient. And look, I'm not blaming people who grow up in that sort of environment. I grew up in that sort of environment. But at some point, we all got to take control of the situation as adults and fix it, right? We do have the Ten of Wands and the High Priestess. Somebody is going to be making the decision using their intuitive energy, feeling it very, very heavy in the intuitive energy. I don't want to be trapped in a situation I can't get out of. Wild. I'm just going to leave that right there. I wonder if it's going to resonate with anybody, but I'm going to upload it anyway because I'm a rebel like that. I'm going to go for now. Thank you so much for being here, Libra. I'm going to go for now, but I'll be back because I'm always back. Take care. Bye-bye.